This TaylorMade golf ball is only available to buy on Amazon. Is there a reason for that? Today we're going to test it and find out whether you should be buying them or should you avoid them. So I was on Amazon recently just having a scour through the golfing products, and I found this golf ball, the TaylorMade RBZ Soft, and it is one that one of my lessons has actually asked me about, is it worth using? So I bought it. It was one of their best sellers and it cost me $14.99, which isn't bad, to be fair, for 12 golf balls that we're getting in here. Now, this TaylorMade golf ball says it's our softest RBZ yet. It also states that it has legendary distance and extremely soft feel. It's a two-piece golf ball with its React core, which is for the big distance. Then it has an ionomer cover for its extremely soft feel. Generally, two-piece golf balls aren't that softer feeling. So we're going to give it a test. Is it worth that $14.99? And why do only Amazon sell that? Is there a reason for that? Because when I went onto TaylorMade's website, had a little bit of a scour, I couldn't find anything about it. It's only there on Amazon. So is it that they don't really want to be selling this golf ball anymore and they've just got a shed load left? Let's get it tested. Let's give you an answer to that. So I've got them out of the box, and the first thing, obviously it's not a urethane cover, and you can definitely tell that they feel very, very hard, very harsh sort of. You can't like get any sort of feeling with like normally with a normal rubbery, say a Pro V1, you'd be able to get your nail into it a little bit, as where these feel very brick-like, and even writing it, yeah, it feels hard. So this extremely soft feel, I'm going to be impressed if it does have that and has any form of like touch around the greens. Are we going to see that we're going to get some spins? We actually are going to hit some wedges from a little further back as well and do a little test on that. But let's have an initial chip around the green and see what we get. Well, it's got some level of check on it. That's impressive. Wasn't expecting that. Definitely sounds a bit louder though, sounds a little bit more clicky. There is initial bite there, there is a little bit of release though, not seeing as much bite as we would get from a premium golf ball. Not expecting that because I know it's not a TP5 or a Pro V, but let's keep hitting some. Let's see what we're getting. So we've had a little chip there. Let's give the putter a bit of a go, see what they feel like with this. That felt fast off the face, that. So I've had my initial chip and test there around the green now, spent a good 10-15 minutes just giving those a go on each department, and extremely soft feel. I feel that I'm getting a little bit more of the React core in there. It feels like sometimes they spring off the face a little bit quickly. When I was hitting some of the chips in there, there's definitely an element of check in there. We are getting some spin, which you would expect to get from a premium wedge and a new golf ball. I would see that I am getting that check. I just feel like when you're round the greens, they do have a tendency to maybe just feel like they just come off a little bit quick, even with some putts. I thought, oh, on the long ones, I've hit that nicely, and it feels like the last putt I've just hit, but then you look up and it seems to be just jumping that extra little bit. So there is an element of a soft feel in there, not the same that you would get from a urethane cover, but again at $14.99 I'm not expecting to get that tour level quality. I do want to hit some pitches now though from 70 yards out just to see if I hit 10 pitches, am I going to see dramatic differences in how far each are going? Are we going to see that we do get that jumping number from some of the pitches? So let's do that, and then I want to get onto this extreme distance, see what they're like there, and also want to test them out for a little bit of durability, because if they're only lasting a couple of holes, you're going to be buying a lot more at $14.99. It might be worth you actually buying something a little bit more that lasts a little bit longer. But let's do this little pitch test. So we're 70 yards out now. I'm going to hit 10 shots, and I just want to see, do they actually all react the same? Because I think that's one of the things that I'd see with a cheaper ball, a two-piece ball. They claim the extreme soft feel and control round the greens, but when we actually get to this area, sometimes we don't see it. So let's have 10 shots and see what we get from this sort of distance, because this is maybe where an area where maybe that mid-handicapper, higher handicapper who's probably going to be buying these would actually want to be a little better off in this area of the game, because it's going to be where they can save some shots. They're not going to be hitting it as long as Rory or DJ, but should hopefully have the ability to control it when we're in and close around the green. And we don't want the ball to inhibit that. Right, 70 yards, 65 yards. Nice, little bit shy on that first one. Tell you what, I'm expecting these to bounce up, and they're stopping pretty quickly. Very quickly, in fact. That's one bounce and stop. Let's land it up a little bit further. Ooh. Even that stopped pretty quick on the downslope, which is good. That's what we want. That'll be an interesting one. That felt like it's jumped a bit. Stopped quickly though. Did feel like it shot off the face, that one, a little bit more. Was a little bit steeper with my attack, but not seeing anything that's jumping out so much so far. And that stopped pretty quickly as well. So to be fair, hit 10 shots there, and all of them have been pretty much one bounce and spin and grabbed pretty quickly. Not seeing any wild trajectories and not seeing any really jump off quickly from this sort of yardage, which where I would maybe expect to. We're going to hit a few mid irons and see what they're like that, but then let's see what they're like with the driver. So I've just hit 10 shots with a mid iron, and looking at some of the spin numbers that we'll see up here and you'll see on this detailed chart now, not ideal for a 6 iron, quite low. So would maybe find that with a better player, you're going to get a little bit of inconsistencies. We're seeing at the high end of the 4,000 number, then also seeing them at the low end of the 3,000 number in terms of spin. So distance might be a little bit hard to judge when we're actually getting into the mid irons. So I want to try out the durability of the golf ball. So I'm going to take this golf ball here. I'm going to hit 10 wedges with a brand new sand wedge to see how the cover holds up here in the simulator. Ideally, we're going to see that it doesn't rip to shreds, because if it is, and you're only paying $14.99, you're probably going to have to be buying boxes all the time of that. So we'll hit 10 wedges, see what it's like as well now. Nothing showing serious damage. Logo maybe just starting to wear away slightly, but after 10 shots, No serious signs of damage, and also if we did that with a premium golf ball, it would tear up very quickly. So it's actually stood up pretty well. So on the softness, their softest feel yet, and the short game performance, I'd give them maybe a 6 out of 10. Feel a little bit fast, not quite getting the softest feel off them. They do feel soft, but not the sort of buttery soft that I would want. One of the other things that the box is stating though, legendary distance. So we've come to the 6th hole of the Europa course here at the Cala, and I'm on the blue tee. It's 310 yards to the flag that is in the front portion of the green today. Now it would be legendary if I could knock one of these 10 golf balls onto that green, because it's about 320 to the middle. So we're going to test this legendary distance. We're going to see if we can actually get it up onto that green there. My average carry is about 288. I have changed my driver and the shaft in my driver and had a lesson, and we were about 300 the other day, so we should see that this is getting up close. Let's see if we can if we get 2 on the actual green or round that 300 number on the GC3, I'd be pretty happy with it. But will they feel like a brick when we do it? That's the only thing. Let's see what we can do. Well, it's at the right hand trap. If it gets a good kick, it'll be on. Not sure. Good news though, first numbers 299. Oh, that's a little bit left, my fault that. Not far, it's not carried up there, but it's just on the front slope. Not bad. Player error there, 257. That was me being a bit toey. That's a nice draw, just right at the flag. Can that get up? I heard the thud. I can see it's just near the front, just on the upslope again. Oh, that's in I think that's hit Portugal, that one. It's that far right. That's got a chance of getting on the green. If it kicks left from that trap. Oh no, just at the front again. Just at the front again. What was that one? 295. Oh, it's in the trees again. I've smoked it, but it's right again. 301. Ball's now in half though. Oh, that is right. That's hit so well. That's at the bunker. Oh! It rolled up onto the fringe and back off. That's the longest carry as well, at 309 yards. The final one. Can we create a legend by knocking it on this green? No pressure. It's got every chance, that one, if it gets a nice kick left again. We'll have to go down there and wrap up on the green, because questions need to be answered if that one has just got on. The ball I thought was on the green, which was pin high, is actually in the trap just up here. So we managed to knock it just past pin high, which is good. So there is that distance element there. So the performance on the distance, was there legendary distance? Well, not really. We're just seeing that I was hitting it pretty much what I've been seeing, that I've been hitting it the whole time I've been out here in Spain. If you're looking to buy them to gain that more distance, you might get a little bit more, but I didn't see any true gains there, especially not legendary distance. So is the TaylorMade RBZ Soft only available on Amazon worth you buying? Well, at $14.99, I think the answer is yes. It's a good golf ball, like I say, 6 out of 10 on the softness and the touch around the greens. The distance, again, I would go for that 6 to 7 out of 10. I'm not seeing any big, huge jumps there. But for $14.99, I think this is going to be aimed at the golfer who's going to be a little bit price conscious, who maybe wants a branded name for their golf ball, but also maybe for that golfer who's starting out, maybe a weekend warrior, maybe someone who's a bit of a higher handicapper who's losing a few more golf balls but wants to actually play with something that is okay, half decent, and they're not going to see a drop off in performance when actually dropping down in the price bracket. So TaylorMade RBZ soft golf ball for $14.99. Yeah, give it a go, see if you like it. I don't think you'll be too displeased with it. Guys, hope you've enjoyed that review, and I'll see you in another one soon.